Alrighty, welcome to a Bloomburrow draft. Still haven't quite made it to Mythic yet. We're getting there. Ooh, you know what the way to make it to Mythic? First pick the triple blue card when blue's the worst color and draft mono blue. I think I'll probably just take Saver here. I do like the idea of drafting an Eluge deck, but not enough to, take the Eluge and do it. Second pick after first picking Saver. Mistbreath Elder is a pretty strong card. If you have the right creatures, good ETBs with this, it can be really good. Brightblade Stoat is fine. Yeah, Nocturnal Hunger is just okay. The removal spells in this format are not great, especially the 3-mana ones. I think I just want to take Mistbreath Elder and maybe play it with Saver, maybe not. Oh, now we got a third pick, Vine Reap Mentor. All right. And then I just figure like Mistbreath Elder with good ETB cards like Vine Reap Mentor just can be really good if I go black-green, or I could have gone into Frogs or whatever. I like Downwind Ambusher too, but I think Vine Reap Mentor is better. There's also a Take Out the Trash, but it seems pretty nice to take a green-black card after taking, a black card and then a green card. I didn't think my Mistbreath was me going into green-black as much as just taking the best card and being open, but Vine Reap is then the best card out of that pack, so that totally works for me. Oh, there we go. Clifftop Lookout. That's a good one with Mistbreath Elder, and it's just a great card. So I'm going to take that over Heaped Harvest and Nocturnal Hunger. I don't think that's even that close, to be honest. All right, and here's a Daggerfang duo. That's not necessarily the best to bounce with Mistbreath, but it's also just a decent Squirrel, so I think it's better than Druid of the Spade or Early Winter. I really just don't think you should prioritize the expensive removal spells. Things like Saver or Longstalk Brawl, those are fine, but the 3 and 5 mana ones, not good. On the other hand, I don't mind paying that much for a Galewind Moose. I think I like that over the Orator here. The Moose has been pretty great. The fact that it has Reach, Vigilance, and Trample just kind of goes a long way, where you can just leave your mana up. Sometimes you get to ambush something and then you just win the game. Even if you don't, you can go this end of turn, untap, attack for 6. It's got Reach and Vigilance, so it just stays back to block while attacking. Pretty good card. Meanwhile here, I will take a Treetop Sentries. I think I am going to be Squirrels at this point. I have one thing that makes food. I'll probably pick up more. I don't think Uncharted Haven is that big of a thing, and Sinister Monolith is just not that much of a card in Squirrels. Oh, wow. 8th pick, Consumed by Greed? Okay. We are into it. This is a 3-mana removal spell I like, because it kills their biggest thing and gets you something back. I mean, obviously they have to draw a card, but still just a really good way to remove something while also giving them a card is generally much better for you when you're getting the best creature out of your graveyard. So I don't mind having a couple removal spells. You don't need a lot. And this just looks like a pretty good start to green-black control. Obviously I'm going to have Vine Reap Mentor and like Clifftop Sentries, some Squirrel stuff, but this is actually, green-black can be one of the least focus decks and still do well. I think here, I'm probably not going to play any of these cards. I think I'm going to take Dire Sight, because if I end up with not enough card draw, then I could play that. I don't think I want the 2-mana Mascot, and the rest, yeah, didn't look that good. Oh, another Treetop Sentries, sure. Passing red-blue cards. Looking pretty good. And, oh, super late Stargaze. Well, I guess I won't need to play this Dire Sight. Stargaze, also a pretty good way to win the game, though. If I just go like Lookout into Sentries and then cast a Stargaze for 3 or 4, like that's pretty strong. All right, I'll take a Psychic Whirl, though. Not probably going to play that one. All right, pack 2. Any Fecund Greenshells? No, but I'll take a Thornvault Forager. There's also a Manifold Mouse. That's obviously good. Honored Dray Leader is good. So is Saver, and Tree Guard Duo. Actually, a lot of cards in this pack. Let's see. There's 4 cards I want back, and then there's 2, 3 cards other people will take. So all I need is someone to want Nettle Guard, Skyskipper Duo, Howl, or one of these lands, and I'll get something back. Hopefully Tree Guard Duo or Dray Leader, but I'm not going to get Saver back, I don't think. In any case, Thornvault Forager is a great card, so I'll be happily taking that. Oh, I could have had 2 Eluges. It's okay, I'll take Corpseberry Cultivator. At this point, I'm going to count on picking up some more food stuff. I don't have it yet, but I will get there. Passing Herbalist, some gold cards that I don't want. And Bonebind Order, if I get that back, I won't be unhappy. Oh, second Vine Reap Mentor. This is exactly what we want. Over Cultivator and Duo, passing a Haymaker. All right, well, double Vine Reap Mentor goes a long way when it comes to making sure I've got enough food, and it's a cheap card to return with Mistbreath Elder. I like where we're at. All right, this pack has Cash Grab, which I definitely want, and Darkstar Augur, which I'm also interested in. I'm a pretty big Darkstar Augur fan. I think I will take that. I do like Cash Grab, but Augur is pretty nice if you can lock up the board. Little Dark Confidant here. And I've got like Mistbreath Elder. That can return Augur. Both so I can keep casting it, but also so it doesn't hurt me. And I've got food to crack. I think I'll take the Darkstar. That's interesting though. Oh, Zoraline is kind of nice, but I think I'll take 3-Tree Scribe now. It's a 2-mana 2/3, which is great. In concert with Mistbreath Elder, generates a bunch of counters, and then if something gets exiled or bounced, it's good. I don't think I care about Ravine Raider or Sunshower Druid or a Tangle Tumbler. Oh, I will take a Poliwhop. I have a couple frogs in here, so it's kind of like free removal. And then, late Paw Patch formation. I think I like make a food, draw a card over a Bonebind Order. I do like Bonebind Order and Mudflat Village well enough, but this deck is a little bit short on food creation. I've got 2 Vinery Mentors, now a Paw Patch, and that's it. And I have Corpse Fairy, Cultivator, Double Sentry. So now I'm at like 3 ways to make food, 3 ways to consume it. But I like Paw Patch formation in general, so I think this is a pretty good place to be. And then here, Early Winter came back. There's also a Sinister Monolith. Monolith's kind of nice with the Augur. Way to gain a life every turn. Maybe I'll take that. I just don't think I'm going to play Early Winter. I have 18 playables going into pack 3. It just seems really unlikely. Ooh, Dray Leader came back. So did Daggerfang Duo, but I will just take the Dray Leader. I feel like I've got a good chance of having a pretty nice amount of support for the Dray Leader. It's also nice with Elder. You can just bounce other things to replay them and get... Like if I bounce a Vinereap Mentor and replay it with Elder, then the Dray Leader gets 2 counters. Oh, and you got a Bonebind Order for free. Okay, well, I'm going to cut the Sinister Monolith. I just don't see that one making the cut. The rest of this looks pretty good. Thornvault Forger can go get Honor Dray Leader, Corpse Fairy, Cultivator. That's nice. All right. Weird that we're passing blue cards in both directions. It's like nobody wants to draft the worst color by far. Where are we at here? We're at 19 playables. Okay, and some marginals that I'm not playing. Tangle Tumbler, if I go really nuts on food, that card can be good. Okay, well here I'm just going to take Tree Guard Duo. I really like having one of these. The card is just fantastic. And Mistbreath Elder can bounce it, and it's just really good. Even better if I had a Lifelinker, though it's nice with a Trampler, Galewind Moose, I guess, or a Flyer. All right, well, Tree Guard Duo it is. Oh, and then there's the Greenshell. I get past or open this card a fair amount, yet I don't win. This deck's looking nice. All right, well, I'm going to take the Greenshell. If I could get that Heaped Harvest back, I'd actually be pretty happy. Oh, wow. So this pack has Moonstone Harbinger and 3-Tree Rootweaver and Daggerfang and Head of the Homestead for that matter. But looking at my curve, well, honestly, I could see Harbinger or Rootweaver both being good here. I actually have kind of a lot of 2-drops already. Huh. Does that mean I want the bat? They both triggered a Greenshell. I think I should just take the Rootweaver. I've got some really good cards to cast. And then now I can take a Hivespine Wolverine over to second Rootweaver. And just another nice ETB for this Mistbreath Elder. I'm actually at like 1 card. Oh no, this is 17. Honestly, this Stargaze is looking dubious to me. I've got Life Loss in Augur. Which is also card draw, so it's kind of the same thing as Stargaze, but just obviously a much better card. And then I have like some pretty good high-end, including the Greenshell, which is going to be pretty nice at drawing me cards. Oh, and I have a way to get it back with the Order, though I wouldn't mind like one more way to get it back. I think, given that I have 4 more new picks plus wheels, I don't really see how Stargaze makes the cut, even though I guess I am a card short here. Polywallop also seems kind of nice. I have like, what, 4 frogs? Yeah. Okay, I mean, this deck is looking really nice here. Well, this pack didn't actually help it. There's not a single playable. I'll take a share pot, but I won't be playing that one. All right. Well, round out this pack, but we're already pretty much set here. Well, it's good we're set, because these packs, the packs have also decided that we are set. I guess I kind of want one more card, which maybe could be Stargaze at this point, but I still don't think that that's going to be necessary. Oh, perfect. Baker's Bane Duo. There we go. Another way to make food, another card to bounce with Mistbreath Elder, just exactly what I want over Bare Knuckle Boxer and Daggerfang Duo. Not particularly close. And Second Stargaze or For the Common Good. I don't think I'm going to play either of these cards. I guess I should have taken the rare for Vault Progress. And here, sure, we'll do some Vault Progress there. Not that I ever even opened the Vault. I have 3,600% progress right now, but that's all right. Yeah, this deck just looks great to me. I've got Savor and Consumed by Greed and Polywallop, so like 3 removal spells, plus Paw Patch Formation can kill a problematic thing as well. Oh, do I want this Hidden Grotto? I kind of don't want Hidden Grotto with Vine Reap Mentors in my deck. I'll take it, but I don't think I'm going to play this card. Oh, another Daggerfang? I don't mind that. The only thing that I don't like is that I only saw one cash grab the entire draft, and it was in the same pack as the Darkstar Augur, which honestly, I still don't even know if that was the right pick, but I want to play with the Augur. So now I'm definitely taking the Agate Blade Assassin out. Do I want to cut the second Daggerfang duo? Do I want to cut... no, it's not any of these 2s. I don't think it's Tree Guard Duo or any of those. I could cut a Treetop Sentries, but I have enough ways to get food now. I'll cut a Daggerfang Duo. One's good. 9/8. I mean, look, I've got Savor, Consume by Greed, Polywallop. So 3 removal spells plus Paw Patch Formation and sometimes Hivespine Wolverine. I've got the Greenshell and like the Moose as like bombs. Same with Darkstar Augur as like really good threats. And then I've got a little bit of life gain with Savor making a food and all the other food cards. And I've got a good curve and a lot of ways to make food. So, and a Clifftop Lookout, and Mistbreath Elders looks like it's going to be kind of obnoxious too for my opponent. So I like where we're at. Let's get to round 1. All right, Ashiok time. Yeah, I'll keep this on the play. You will never guess what I would like to draw on turn 2. Vine Reap Mentor, but even without that, this is still turn 3 Clifftop Lookout, turn 4 Cultivator, turn 5 Moose. On the play is a totally fine hand. If I draw a 2-drop, this hand becomes awesome. Or if I draw a better thing to play on turn 4 than Corpseary Cultivator. I guess technically I do need to draw a land in order to play the turn 5 Moose, but I'm not too worried about that. All right, well, that is a better thing to play on 4, though that actually I might want to just wait and play after the Moose because it gives it trample here. Well, it has trample, and so giving it a bigger bonus, and they'll all have more creatures in play at that point. Shoreline Looter, that is a great card. Now I drew my 3-drop? Or 2-drop? Well, it's actually not so bad. I can just play my 2 plus my 3 this turn, and then next turn maybe play Moose, and then the turn after that play a Tree Guard Duo, which is giving like +5/+5. Let's see if what these rats have to say about that. They're not going to kill my Clifftop Lookout, are they? That would be quite wild. All right, no, they're going to hit for 1. Loot away. Oh, are they going to get even closer to threshold? They are. Hit a land, and then play a Night Whirl Hermit. So that's what they're up to. All right. Well, let's go. Bonebind Order, Corpseary Cultivator. Pass the turn, and they have to have a land because they discarded and surveilled the land away. So that would be shocking if they didn't. I hope they don't have like discard here. The question now is, do I want to play around a counterspell? I'm not sure. Dazzling Denial is not a card that gets like tons of play, or Spellgyre, but getting hit by one of those would be really brutal. On the other hand, Blading could let me dodge a sorcery speed removal spell. There's not that many of those. More importantly, just would make my opponent maybe tap out and do something else. Okay. Hit for 1. Go to 3 cards in graveyard. See what they discard. Oh, a Persistent Marsh Stalker. Look at you. And then Lightshell Duo. They're getting threshold fast. I mean, they're probably going to mill 2 here. Like it'd have to be a pretty good card to keep on top when you're actively looking for threshold. Oh, they did keep 1 on top. I think I just passed the turn here. I think the opportunity to maybe snipe a Lightshell Duo seems pretty big, especially if they tap out for something first in attack. And I also feel like I'm kind of losing, so I should take the slightly riskier play. Like, it's not like just resolving a Galewood Moose wins me the game. One of the ways I could win this game is if they like kill my cultivator and attack with light shell duo or something. Oh, they're being a coward. Not that that's unreasonable. The attack isn't even good on its face, though. Obviously, if I double blocked and they had a removal spell, that would be bad. So they're at 5 cards in graveyard now. So they did keep a card on top with light shell duo. Pretty costly maneuver, so it's got to be something good. And they've already played their land for the turn. They discarded a Splash Slasher. Are you kidding? Oh my god. That does not sound good. I'm just gonna chill for a turn, I think. Now they're drawn Consumed by Greed, that goes a long way. They discarded Splash Slasher is what's thrown me. Like, that card's really strong. Discarding it is not free. Like, what is in your hand? And they didn't play anything this whole turn cycle? Now that I've drawn Consumed by Greed, it makes it even easier to just play this Moose. Because I get to get it back if something happens. Ledger Shredder. Okay. Alright, that is a Ledger Shredder. You can attack with the Light Shell duo? Interesting. Okay. So they're letting me block now? Alright, well. The Moose is going to attempt to be loose. Let's see what they've got. Okay, it's not a counterspell. Do they have Nocturnal Hunger? Looks like they do. Alright, so if I'd played it earlier, it would have just run into that. If I'd main phased it, it also would have run into that. But now I get to take out the Light Shell duo by triple blocking. And they paid 2 life, of course. And block. Though, the way that played out, it would have worked out a little better to triple block. They use Nocturnal Hunger to win the fight, and then end of turn I cast the Moose, I think. Though this is still pretty reasonable. They get to kill Bonebind Order and Clifftop Lookout. Actually, no, this looks like it worked out better. And then next turn I'm going to play Tree Guard Duo, hit, and then leave up Consumed by Greed. Alright. They get to loot and just draw. I don't like that. That looter is getting me good. Alright. I'll decline to cultivate. I'll send. They got a 14, and then I'll pass the turn. Ostensibly to use Bonebind Order, but I might just Consume by Greed instead. It'll kind of depend on what they do. It's possible. I mean, I guess their Ledger Shredder, they just discarded a land. And they didn't want to keep Splash Slasher, huh? I guess their hand was like Nocturnal Hunger, Ledger Shredder, and some other spells we haven't seen yet. I'm probably not beating this looter, to be honest. I think my deck's pretty good, but just looter every turn, starting on turn 2, just gives you a very consistent game and gives you a pretty large amount of power. All right, so if I bring that in, I think I'm going to have to consume first and bring back Galewind Moose. Because I want to kill the Night Whirl Hermit before the other rat comes into play. I mean, they could try to put a counter on Ledger Shredder and sack that instead, though I don't think that's very likely to occur. If all goes according to plan here, as it were, they sack the Night Whirl Hermit, and I get back my Galewind Moose. And that's about it. All right. And then they can spend mana to return this. It'll be a 4/2. I guess I kind of have to block. I don't like that they're debating not bringing that back, because that just means to me that, like, they have better things to do than spend 3 mana to put a 4/1 into play for free, like no cost, no card cost. I can't say I like my odds. All right, they did in fact put it into play. Oh, are they going to kill something before blocks too? No, I'm just going to block with the cultivator. I don't like it, but I don't think I'm supposed to take 5 here either. And then they draw a card. I mean, they just have 6 cards in their hand. I think I'm pretty dead here. All right, well, I'll attack with Tree Guard Duo then. See what they do. Pass the turn. If they use a removal spell knowing this moose is in hand, I'm not in great shape. They've been somewhat mana inefficient over this game. Like they've multiple times passed with a bunch of mana up and not used it. So it does feel to me like they have a bunch of answers in hand. I really don't think this is very likely to turn out well for me, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to cast Galewood Moose, and when they blow up the moose, I'm probably going to draw for my turn and then concede. But if I draw like a Fecund Greenshell, I could see that doing some things. All right. I'll let them pay their mana for their rat. Cast Galewood Moose. Surely this is going to work. Surely it'll be good. Nocturnal Hunger. All right. And they're at 9. If only I had a way to pump this, but I guess they're even going to go land and plus another creature this turn. Yeah, they're up 6 cards on me right now. I guess Darkstar Augur is pretty good. Cast this with Offspring. I'm just going to play my land. I might need, depending on how many cards I flip off Darkstar Augur, I might need the lands in play, and I've got this Order to use as well. Pass the turn here. Okay, they didn't play anything end of turn. Their Ledger Shredder has remained 1/3, which is kind of surprising. I guess this last turn cycle, they cast Nocturnal Hunger, brought back Rat, and then attacked, brought back Rat, and then didn't cast anything. So yeah, they've been a little slow. This deck looks like a pretty good version of blue-black. I mean, any deck when you just have the Looter going is going to look pretty good. Looter's really strong. Yeah. All right, go to 6, and you've got 7 cards in your hand. I'm surprised they didn't attack with the Marsh Stalker. I guess maybe they want to just have me have 2 Dark Confidants and play and lose that way. Yeah, we'll see about that. I'm just going to get the Moose back end of turn. I've got to try to win that way. Beastbinder into another Marsh Stalker. Wow. And this is what they're casting instead of discarding it to Ledger Shredder? Huh. Oh, they discarded the Order instead. Yeah, they got value either way, I suppose. I'm just going to get the Moose back and hope that this is land, like cheap card, and then a good card. Or land, good card. That also works. Greenshell into 3 Tree Scribe. Fair enough. Was going to be a good turn, but I was already pretty dead. Let's get to game 2. All right. Battling against the Wanderer Incognito, though. I'm on the play. Sure. Swamp, Order, Saver is pretty hard to mulligan, especially with Daggerfang. And all right, well, let's play Bonevine Order. I could Savor the Might Caller. I might do it this turn. Oh, they have a Bonevine Order, so it'll come back if they do. I think I'm just going to play the Daggerfang Duo. Oh, interesting. Let's go Duo, because if I draw a land, playing a double Darkstar Augur sounds pretty good. And milled 2 green cards. Jeez. I want to conserve life totals. They'll probably just trade orders one way or another, but Savor the Duo. Okay. That's bizarre, but sure, I'll take the trade. Well, let's play the Cultivator. I'll decline. I could exile the 3 that aren't Order, but I think I should just wait. I don't think this needs to be a 2/3. Or 3/4. I guess Longstock Brawl might be the issue there. Wild. Okay, they got a Toski. Okay, land. Swamp, I guess, but I'll take it because I should be pretty set on lands over the next couple turns here. I'm going to not attack, I don't think. Again, I don't want to trade damage. The other thing I'm worried about is if they go end of turn, kill Darkstar Augur. Or not even end of turn. If they just untap and kill Darkstar Augur and attack with the Order, I don't like that. They have Toski, so I'm going to want to have blockers. So it's indestructible, and all their creatures draw a card when they hit. All right, let's go Darkstar Augur. 4 damage, sure. And no forests still, but it's actually fine because I can go Savor on Toski. And here, I think I actually will exile these 3. I don't think I'm going to get Daggerfang Duo back at any point. And now I think I'm just going to send... Oh, do they have a trick? No, they're just chumping. Okay. They didn't sack a food end of turn? What's going on? I mean, them not sacking a food is not completely unreasonable. Snap blocking when they're at 17 to save 3 damage kind of is. I mean, I guess they really want to use the order this turn, but spending 4 mana to do that is just not going to work. Their play is Stargaze. Okay. Stargaze for 2, though. Mill 2 lands. And then just pass? Alright, I guess I won't sack the food yet. Let's hope this isn't too crazy. Oh, forest. There we go. Forest Swamp. I love it. I still don't have that efficient of a turn, but Dray Leader coming down gets 2 counters here. I keep up Consumed by Greed, and then I think start of turn. I'm still not going to eat. I think that, okay. Cash grab, probably going to pick up the Cultivator. I think that having the food around to maybe sack with these 2 things in play is probably better than getting this a counter. I have lethal next turn anyway. Their Cultivator's really not going to do a whole lot. Okay, and then they're just going to pass and sack 2 foods. I will let them do this, and I'm not going to give them a card. I have lots of cards. They don't have a lot. That's a good time to not give them gifts. Oh my god, they're going to fight now too. This game was already over, but it is extremely over now. We were done. They didn't even see what if I flipped 2 7-drops? I wouldn't put it past me, honestly. All right, 1-1, back on track here. All right, battling against the guy from Strixhaven, Kaio or something like that. All right, I'll keep this hand because it's amazing. This has just turn 2 mana dork into turn 3 4 mana, which probably just means another mana dork. I'm actually considering leading on Rootweaver here. Let's see what lands they play. Oh, Mountain. Yeah, I'm definitely going to lead on Rootweaver. I'd much rather have the Rootweaver be the one that gets killed. And they're both the same. They both just tap for mana on turn 3 to play the other one. So let's lead on the weaker one. In early access, I had the turn 2 Thornvault Forager, turn 3 Cash Grab plus Camilla the Seed Miser. That was a nice start. Wandertail Mentor. And a Greenshell. Let's just go Consumed by Greed to slow you down. Because I think playing the 2-drop doesn't help here because I can just play a 5 next turn anyway. Though, it's funny. Actually playing this one first ended up being worse because I drew Greenshell. If this was in hand, I would have done it the other way around because the Forager doesn't trigger the Greenshell. It also is kind of immaterial since this game's near impossible to lose at this point. Oh, this is even... Oh, it's not a frog. It's a turtle. Yeah, duh. I mean, next turn I get to play look at... If the Greenshell doesn't die this turn, which it looks like it might get polywalloped, then that's like a little unfortunate. But... my hand is still extremely stacked. That's like one of the only cards that can kill the Greenshell out of red-green. I guess my Consumed by Greed. Oh, interesting. Yeah, let's go Clifftop Lookout. Get a Forest and play Forager. And then next turn I'll play Mistbreath Elder. Take another hit. Yeah, using this and then... having my lookout or my Greenshell die is unfortunate. Wow, are they going to kill my Forager too? Looks like it. Okay. Well, I get to play the Wolverine and the Mistbreath Elder next turn. So I guess that'll be my plan. And if they tap out, the Wolverine's probably just eating the Fountain Port Bell. Looks like they're thinking about cracking the bell though, so I guess not. Is this a long stalk brawl? It's kind of what it feels like here. And I have a 3-mana Polywallop. It'll be a 2-mana Polywallop once I play the Mistbreath Elder. That's kind of cool. Yeah, because they're going to brawl afterwards. Which means they're not activating the Cutthroat, which means they have a 3-drop or a 2-drop to play. That's my my guess as to how this turn goes from here. And if I draw Bonebind Order, I'm also pretty happy about that, but I don't really think I'm even going to need that here. They're going to be down to 3 cards in hand and have used up 2 good removal spells, assuming the Forager dies this turn if my opponent kind of eventually gets there. And then I'll have a Wolverine plus a Mistbreath, and then, yep, there we go. And I'll even have a 1/1 token. So you have to have another play here for that to make sense, because, well, okay, so it didn't make sense. What they wanted to do there was make that play before attacks and then give this menace. But this is fine. Let's go Wolverine. And put a +1/+1 counter. I think on the Wolverine itself. And then play a Mistbreath Elder. And send for 1. I guess they're going to kill my Mistbreath Elder too. Send for 2. I don't think I'm jumping. Let's see what they got. They at the very least can activate Cindering Cutthroat. Hopefully they don't have end of turn take out the trash on the Mistbreath Elder. I'd be displeased, though they might have killed the Root Weaver if they did that. Okay, so now, once again, they've got a big threat in play and some like secondary threats where I can start bouncing the Clifftop Lookout to get value, and I can at some point here cast Polywallop if I need to. Quake Tusk Boar. Okay. So they're offering just the trade. Yeah, that sounds fine. I could have taken it and then Polywalloped, but I think this is going to end up being just fine. This is me hedging a little bit against them, against drawing too many lands, but, well, and then I attack for 5. I don't know, just trading off, I think seemed okay. I could have had a 6/5 in play and taken, and they'd have a 4/3, but I wouldn't get that attack in, and I'd have taken a bunch of damage. We'll see how this goes. I mean, Scrap Shooter is not really going to do it. Into Frilled Spark Shooter. Okay, well, we've traded all off, but I'm getting a land and a counter every turn. Okay. Let's play a land and pass the turn. They can't attack with the Spark Shooter very effectively here. The Scrap Shooter, oh, these are almost the same thing, can come in. And I think I'll just take it going to 10. Because next turn the Mistbreath Elder will be a 5/5. I guess I don't know the order because it goes to the bottom at random, and they didn't seem to draw anything. All right, well, I'm just going to run out of lands here eventually. So I'll play my land, whatever, pass the turn. I kind of feel like, given that my top decks are so much better than theirs, I should just wait here. All right. Darkstar Augur. Oh. But I have no lands. That's funny. All right, let's play this. Okay. And how many lands do I have in play? 5, 10, 13. I have 4 lands left in my deck. And I'm at 10, but I also, 5, 6 are gone. All right. I'm going to cast this with Offspring. And I'm going to stack it such that next turn I resolve this after I resolve the 2 triggers, maybe. We'll see if they let me. Because then what I'll do is decide if I want to bounce that. So I want these to resolve first. Oh, I hit a land. Oh, I hit another land. Wait, 13... 15. I have 2 lands left in my deck. 10. I'm deciding if I want to bounce the Clifftop Lookout or bounce Augur or bounce the Augur token to get it out of here. I think I'll just bounce the Lookout. Cultivator. All right. Now, let's play the Cultivator first. Let's play this thing. Oh, my top card was also the land. That's so funny. I guess I know that the bottom tons of cards are not lands. I'm driving spells to the bottom. So now I have to decide how I want to attack. I'm definitely going to feed the frog here. I don't need the Thorn Vault, I think. I could attack with the Mist Breath. Yeah, and I'll attack. I think they have one reach creature. I don't want to throw both of them away, but I'll attack with the token because I kind of don't mind the token dying. And if they want to double block the Mist Breath with their 4/4 and their 3/2, then I'm fine with that. So do I not have a land left? 4, 8. No, I have one land left in my deck. And then if they attack back, I get to block with Darkstar Augur. All right. I think their card in hand is land, by the way. Play a land. Pass. All right, they don't have anything. Let's lose some life, huh? There we go. All right. And the moose is indeed loose. Yeah, I'm gonna feed it. I don't really care about getting those back. I'm sending these in. And 4, 6. So basically I just have to not die to the Darkstar Augur, I think is kind of the plan. I could have maybe left one fish back. I probably should have. Because that thing has menace. I do have 2 blockers here, but if they killed one of my blockers, then obviously that would be not as good. Okay, Gale Wind. All right, well, I got to block. So I guess no harm, no foul. And then now it's just all on whether this Augur... Oh, you killed that? All right, well, I guess I don't have anything in my graveyard, so... Because I got rid of it all. All right, let's not die to Darkstar Augur. Challenge level... Ooh. Challenge level possible. Let's make a food. I don't think they have a burn spell. Okay. Oof, we went to 2 there and had every land in our deck in play. So that was pretty good. Let's decline to forage and pick up a dub. I mean, if they had a removal spell, they would have done it already. So, or if they had any sort of burn. All right, well, what a game! Mist Breath Elder did some work, and you know what? We got there. All right, battling here. Interesting start. Opponent goes first. I'm on the draw. Yeah, this is we've got the 2, which is important, and we've got a 5 and a 6. So. Clifftop Lookout would be by far the best card I could imagine drawing, though really any of my 3 mana dorks would be really good. They did mulligan as well, so that makes it less likely I'm going to get beaten down here. Basically, I just need anything to bridge the gap till I cast this, which usually buys me the time to cast the Moose, and from there, usually I feel pretty good about things. Okay. Mice, rabbits, stoats. Stoots, huh? All right, well, the Greenshell was a great draw because it's a lot better than the other plays I have. Drawing another 5 wasn't like exactly the plan I had in mind. Let's see, if they play another creature here that this Bonebind Order can't block, I could be in trouble. Okay, that kind of is and kind of isn't. I think I'm just gonna chill here because I kind of feel like if I block the Warren Elder, like they really shouldn't attack here unless they don't have anything to do with their mana, because this block is just so devastating for them. Like, what are they gonna do? All right, I guess they're gonna just pump and then I kill it and they burned their turn 4. Sure, I did take a little extra damage here. Oh, I drew a 4-drop? Tree Guard Duo, the goat? Bonebind Order, smash for 4, and then pass the turn with a 3/4 wit. I really hope they use a removal spell on. Couldn't think of anything better than them killing my Tree Guard duo before me playing the Greenshell. Yeah, things are looking good here. I was very happy to trade 1 for 1 and they spend 4 mana on turn 4. Life Creed Duo. That is not a particular concern. Okay. I mean, it's a fine card. I play it in black-white almost all the time. I actually really can't think of very many black-white decks that wouldn't play it, but right here, it's not a card I'm too worried about. Interesting. I don't think double blocking does anything, because if they have a combat trick, then I just lose both. All right. They got me with the Sonar Strike. Let's see if I'll get them with the Greenshell. I think attacking there is fine. I'm not chumping the Stoat on the way back if they kill the Greenshell. Well, I think they're basically dead. Because if they have a way to kill the Greenshell here, and they hit me down to 12, they go up 24, I just go land and then have up Galewind Moose. If they can't kill the Greenshell, it's going to be pretty hard for them to win this game. I think I'd rather just play the Moose this turn and pass the turn. It's probably not ambushing anything because they don't look like they're attacking, but I can play the Cultivator. It's really tempting to play this because I draw a card off the Greenshell. Oh yeah, they're done. But I think it's better to just use my mana efficiently here. Draw. Oh, and play this for cheap. Triggers Greenshell. All right. Take action. Land. Play the Squirrel. I just don't think playing the Wolverine does much. Take action. We're at 9. All right. All right. I'll decline to forage. I guess I will attack because if they want to trade Glide Dive Duo and one of their other creatures for it, then even with 9 lands in play, I'm fine with that because the way I lose this game is they kill the Greenshell. I don't think I need to like optimize for having 10 lands in play because now I've gotten to hedge a bit here where I take out the Glide Dive and the Strike Force. They gain some life, pass the turn. Now if they kill the Greenshell, like we're in such better shape. Bonebind Order, sure. All right, so I just need to draw land or spell. Kind of a disappointing spell. I mean, not really, but I guess they have no cards in hand. If I cultivate, yeah, I can cultivate, or I can cultivate these cards in graveyard. I don't think I need to bring these back. And I think I can send, actually, I don't even think there's a point in sending with the Greenshell. Let's play the Forager. Play the Wolverine and put a +1/+1 counter on like probably Bonebind Order to make it so it can beat the Stoat in combat. I appreciate my opponent's moxie, but I would be done by now. Oh, there's land number 10. All right, well, let's play land number 10. Eat the food. And I'm going to leave the Thornvault Forager back because I can go get another Squirrel here. Chump Wolverine, take 8, 12, 17, 21 is what it looks like to me. Yeah. Fair. That might be their best line. I guess I could have used Forager to get, oh, I don't even know if I have a Squirrel that has higher toughness. Let's find out. See what we got. Oh, I have Treetop Sentinels. Never mind. Yeah, that's actually the one I wanted to go get. I should have saved the food for that. I just forgot about it. I was so excited. It's okay. I think we'll be okay here. And I guess there's no real reason to play that, given that a Wrath is just most likely the way I lose this now. I mean, I have my own order in play to get back the Fecund Greenshell, so can't say I'm too worried about the situation. They've fought a lot more against this Greenshell than I think I would have. This Wolverine has been kind of mid for me. I keep drawing it alongside the other big drops and like it just being completely unnecessary. They're at 8. 18. All right, well, I'll play this with Offspring because it'll draw me a card off the Greenshell. Why did they not play their thing? Who knows? I'll leave the Forager back again, though. Do they have Nocturnal Hunger? Oh, so they're going to make it so all my stuff shrinks. I don't think that really solves their problem very well. They've got no good block here. They go to 10 off the Stoat. Yeah, they're just chumping. Boom, boom, boom. And then I go back to 3. And I'm just going to pass the turn since it's Wrath or nothing. It's Bust. I'm not even going to bother using Forager. Boom. Oh, I had the Darkstar Augur. I guess I should have sacked the food in response to the Darkstar Augur, but I could have let the first trigger resolve. I also don't think I could have even died there. All right, well, I want to take a look at the deck real quick because I kind of feel like this Wolverine is being kind of mid. Oh, I really don't have a good answer. I don't think I want another Daggerfang duo, and I've got 3 accelerants. All right, I think it's fine. I guess me drawing it alongside Galewind Moose and the Greenshell has made it look worse, but if I draw those 3, it means I drew the Greenshell, which means I'm fine. And if I don't draw that, having another 5-drop seems okay. All right, playing against Spike, or like the combo player or something. Yeah, I'll mulligan that. I'll keep this. All right, get out of here, Wolverine. I guess there's that. Baron Sengir Thrall, nice. Baron Sengir Thrall. So this has turn 4 duo. I wouldn't mind trying to like slow roll the Tree Guard duo. Oh. Let's play the Vine Reap Mentor. I think this might be getting countered here. Oh no, they're just playing that. And then I'll play a Root Weaver next turn and then Greenshell a turn early. Sounds like a pretty good deal to me. And it lets me save my Tree Guard until after the Greenshell. Oh, the birds are coming in. I'm going to name Bird. Hit for 3. And then they have another play too? Wow. A Mockingbird is a 1-mana 2/2. That's aggressive. All right. Interesting. I'm really glad they just played that, because if they had waited and copied the Greenshell, that would have been pretty sick. All right, they scryed to the top, and they're playing another Carrot Cake. Yeah, that... You just bannered birds, so like that's not that scary. They have 2 cards in hand, and a card they left on top. All right, well... they got to beat the Greenshell into Moose kind of combo potential here. Let's not attack in case they have a way to kill the Greenshell here, which it wouldn't surprise me if they did. They're bouncing it? Not historically the easiest way to do that, but all right. And they have another Carrot Cake. They're probably scrying to the bottom here. Yeah, if they scryed to the top, I would be feeling a lot worse. Though they're going to sack another Carrot Cake, and they bottomed again. All right, land. Greenshell. I keep hitting lands, which is awesome. Scribe. All right, and pass the turn. And upkeep, they're going to Carrot Cake. I mean, if they find another bounce spell here or another removal spell to deal with the Greenshell, oh, they left it on top, then I certainly could lose this. The food helps, but I guess I'd still be a little short. Wow, all right. They're going to hit me for down to 2 here. I have 7, 8 mana. Oh no, they're just going to kill me. They found the bounce spell. Well, that was impressive. If they didn't find that last bounce spell, then I think I would be fine. But yeah, no, that was pretty good. They barely got over the finish line here with 2 bounce spells in a row. I guess that'll do it. All right, well, let's keep battling here. We're now, I think, 3-2, though again we lost right there. Right after you hit the next level of rank is pretty good. Felt like we got a little mize there. If they didn't have that second bounce spell, I could block the 3-2. Yeah, the game was just over. But we get a rematch against a Baron here. Not the Baron Sengir, but a Runeclaw Baron. This hand's good. On the draw, but I have a Mana Dork into 2 good squirrels. I don't mind it. It'll again depend on what colors they are, deciding which land to lead with. They mulliganed here, or which of the 2 drops to lead with. Usually I would say lead with the Root Weaver, unless you think you're going to need to use the Forager soon. Well, now I want to lead with the Root Weaver because it can tap for double black. Because I'm going to go 3-tree Root Weaver, and they can play, they have like an Overprotect. Oh, Cash Grab, that makes a lot of sense. Well, they didn't hit a land. They took the Cultivator, which is probably a pretty good hit off that. And then they're going to sack the food and make it a 3-4. No, I'm not sacking a food yet. Let's go. It's just Darkstar Augur with Offspring. Let's just do it. Them having a Corpse Fairy Cultivator makes me a little less happy about this. Okay, so they're going to double Cultivate here. And I'm sure they're going to eat out of their graveyard too. Next turn I'll play Daggerfang Duo. And I think I'm going to take 1 hit here and then maybe chump next turn with the 1/1 token. And hope not to flip any of my real expensive cards. Land. Yes, yes, land. Perfect. Land. Daggerfang Duo. Mill 2 more land. Wow. And I'll hit for 2 in the air. And then I'll leave back the 1/1 because I'm at 16. I don't mind chumping with it. If they don't attack me, that's also fine. If they kill the Daggerfang Duo, I'm not very happy. All right. But here, I think now that I've drawn a bunch of cards, I think this looks like a pretty good exchange. Oh my god, do they have Overprotect here? If they have Overprotect on the Daggerfang Duo one, ugh, okay. Yeah, I guess this is how I lose. Into flipping Tree Guard Duo. All right, land. I have 7 mana. Let's play the Dray Leader and then play Tree Guard Duo. Make the Darkstar Augur hit for 7, pass the turn. I've got some blocks here that I do. I'm probably on double block 1. Actually, hold on. I could double block that one and then chump. Yeah, I think that's fine. I'm certainly not going to go to 3 and leave Darkstar Augur in play. That doesn't really make sense. And I think I'd rather have the Augur die than the Dray Leader here. Or the Duo. If they have another trick, they do. All right. If they're going to be on mono tricks, it's going to be hard. Oh, that's kind of nice. So let's go Cultivator. Hold on, I'm going to tap this. Forage out of my graveyard here for 2 mana. Treetop Sentries, leaving a green up for Mistbreath Elder, yeah. And then forage off this. Just getting rid of all of them. I don't have that much graveyard stuff, and I sort of need to draw the card, and I wanted the Corpse Fairy Cultivator to be big. And I'll pass the turn. They have 3 cards in graveyard, so they can forage here, but I can still double block. If they have another card, like, I mean, they've had 3 tricks here. Oh, no, they've had two tricks here. If they have a third one, I'll have, it'll be tough. But if they just forage and they don't have anything else, block. Let's see. I think I'm just going to take a hit down to 2 here. I don't love it, but I don't have the Augur in play anymore. If they have another trick, that's fine. I'm totally okay losing to a third trick. And I do need the Root Weaver next turn because I want to play the Treetop Sentries and then also use the Forager here. that are looking at the forager to decide what to kill, but you'd probably kill the Corpse Berry Cultivator here, kind of regardless. All right. I guess they have another trick. Sure. Let's draw. Oh, Consumed by Greed is kind of nice. Sadly, all my stuff's gone. That was my fault, though. Land. I'm just going to pass the turn here. See what they do. I think I cast Consumed by Greed, and I actually do think I gift here because I want my cultivator back. I want them to sack a Corpse Berry Cultivator, and then I'll block here. All right. Well, let's see what they've got. That's not too bad. If they don't have a way to kill the Thornvault Forager, I kind of think I'm doing okay. A second Bonebind Order. All right. Let's use this. I want to get my Vine Reap Mentor. Draw. That's also great. All right. Vine Reap Mentor. And I have 6 mana left. Vine Reap Mentor. And I think I go Cultivator here. And I'll sack a food. And then pass. And then now I can still sack a food to gain life. And Thornvault Forager still has a Baker's Bane Duo to go get. So I still have one more card to get draw off that. They've exiled some of their big stuff. They only have Cultivators left to get with these Bonebind Orders. They have 2 cards in graveyard. All right. Right now, if they attack with everything, I probably just go Corpse Berry Cultivator on Bonebind Order, double Vine Reap on the Corpse Berry, and then sack the food and take 2 damage, so I go to 3. But they lose an Order and a Cultivator, and I lose 2 Vine Reap Mentors and get 2 food back. That sounds like a pretty good deal to me. All right, this has been a close game. Oof. The double cash grab into Cultivator backed up by Overprotect plus Nocturnal Hunger plus another Nocturnal Hunger. It's been a totally good start for them, or like game plan for them, but it's starting to run out. Like I do have more resources, like, and they're also not at like tons of life. Like they actually, depending on the attack they do here, they could end up just dying on the backswing. Mind Drill is Assailant? All right, that's surprising. I guess I don't want to gain the life yet because they didn't kill my Vine Reaps. Okay. Let's go Treetop Sentry. Exile these. Draw. All right. Declining to forage. I think. Yeah, I think I'll just pass and I'll use. If they're gonna start mind drilling, that's fine with me. I think I actually have gone through all my squirrels, right? Because my Dray Leader's gone too. I think I just have Baker's Bane Duo left. All right, they did get to drill away a land. That's likely what they're going for. Now they could feed their Corpse Berry Cultivator if they wanted to, but I don't know how effective that's going to be. I have not drawn my Greenshell yet, and that would be a nice one. What else am I looking for? Fell on the Corpse Berry Cultivator. Okay. That is acceptable. Are they going to eat some cards? They are. And do they send everything? Will they send anything? If they attack with Cultivator, I can triple block right now with 2 Vine Reap Mentors and a Treetop Sentries. Let's see. Yeah, that sounds like a pretty good play. And then they kill 2 of the 3. And I save the saver for later. The flavor saver. So either they kill sentries or they kill a second mentor. I guess they're killing sentries, sure. Okay, and oh, I have a Bonebind Order to go get too. I think I'd rather get the Baker's Bane Duo to start with. I don't really think attacking with Vine Reap Mentor is all that great, so let's just go land. Let's just play another blocker and pass the turn. I mean, they're getting to Mind Drill here, but what I might do is start doing some attacks here. The Bonebind Orders are a little annoying. It's not like getting back the Cultivator is going to be that bad for me or anything, but I mean, I guess they just block. We'll see. Oh, Curious Forager, but they can't get anything back. So I just played it as a 3-2? Sure. All right, let's go look and get my last squirrel here. So what do I have left? I have a Greenshell. I have the 3 big drops, a Fight Spell, a Clifftop Lookout, a Mistbreath Elder, and a bunch of nonsense, a bunch of lands. Okay, the Fight Spell is good. Let's start with Bonebind Order. They're at 7. I could just savor the Forager, Polywall up the Mind Drill, attack with everything. They block Thornvault Forager and Vine Reap Mentor, and they go to 2. Yeah, that sounds fine. Baker's Bane Duo. Hold on. Get that. Baker's Bane Duo is going to now get that, and then they have to block here. And I think they basically have to block the way I said, which is my Mentor and Forager. Take 5, go to 2, face down 3 creatures. All right. Oof. So a close one, but I'm just going to sack my food now. Barring something extremely bizarre, I think I will be fine. I mean, they're at 2. Like, they're at 2 and I have 3 lethal creatures in play. Ooh, look at that. What a game. All right. We are still battling here. We are not done yet. We're at Platinum Tier 2. And this brings us to, I think, 4-2. This has been a hard-fought draft, I'll tell you that much. And let's see how the next goes. All right, Ulamog, you're standing in my way here. I'm on the play with the Nut Hand. Yeah, I'll keep those hands. I mean, Swamp, Forest, Vine Reap, Clifftop Lookout is just like a top 80% hand just by itself. Not knowing what the other 3 cards are, obviously just those 4 cards is not enough. I didn't assume you mulled to 4. And then my other 3 cards being a Removal Spell and a Baker's Bane Duo and the second Swamp seems like a pretty good deal. Heartfire Hero, okay. Playing against Mice, most likely. Ooh, Corpse Fairy Cultivator, that was the draw? Nasty. All right. If I draw a land, there's a temptation to go Clifftop Lookout into 2+3. Oh, we're playing against red-green with Heartfire Hero. So we got some fight spells coming. About to get Longstalk Brawled? No, Whisker Quill Scribe. Oh, Treetop Sentry. Okay, well in that case, I'm definitely going to play Clifftop Lookout. And I'm just going to chill. I don't really want to attack here. Because now what I want to do is have the Cultivator out. Ideally, a Forest next turn would set me up perfectly because I go Baker's Bane Duo, Cultivator, probably eat one of the food right then. Next turn, Treetop Sentries, eat the other food with the Sentries, pump the Cultivator. Something along those lines. All right, well, they've got their own Clifftop Lookout. Oh, into a hidden grotto. Do you see that scry value or surveil value? They kept the card on top. All right, Forest. Oh, not quite. Yeah, this actually works fine. Just get a nice little cheeky hit for 6 in, put a 3/4 into play, and then use my mana efficiently. So then next turn, oh no, you can't. You can't chump at 20 here. Maybe you could block with the Clifftop Lookout, but I don't think chumping at 20 is a particularly good way to go about winning games. And let's see, they've got 4, maybe 5 mana if they play a land. I've got some idiots in play that I don't really care about. I mean, I want to save the Consumed by Greed because they are playing red-green, so like them playing a random, Junkblade Bruiser or something I got to look out for. I mean, forests are good. I can cast most everything in my deck minus like the 3 big green creatures, so they're just playing a 2/4 with no food. Okay, I'm totally fine. Oh, perfect. I'm totally fine just playing this kind of slow because I've got a really good late game in this deck. I will eat one of the foods now. Just make it so it doesn't die to take out the trash, I think is worth it. Because so far I haven't played a particularly good target for that. They might now have the fight spell that kills the cultivator. I guess they could. Oh my god, Innkeeper's Talent. Never mind, I'm going to lose. This card is really dumb. Like, I'm just not going to win against this card, I don't think. If I draw my Greenshell, like right now. Oh, cool. The splashed Jolly Gerbils, huh? If I might draw my Greenshell right now, I could have a chance, but it's going to be pretty hard to beat Innkeeper's Talent, just in general. Okay, well, let's hold on. Why did I want to leave a forest untapped? That's just nonsensical. All right. Sack of food, forage, draw a card. If I attack with a 4/5, what happens? They block with... No, that's just not good. I need to get a little more value out of that, though now they can level up the Innkeeper's Talent. The thing is, I can Consume by Greed the first thing. And I guess that's a start. Dang, things were looking so good until they played Innkeeper's Talent. Like, I can beat the rest of this stuff pretty easily, I feel like. But Innkeeper's Talent's going to be a challenge. I guess what I'm going to hope for is, like, I Consume by Greed. Maybe they stack up all the counters on Heartfire Hero, and then High Spine Wolverine? Oh, I see. Oh, man. I would have totally been tempted if I were them to pump the Innkeeper's Talent first to get... Because you didn't even get an extra counter out of this. And you would get an extra counter off the Heartfire Hero, right? Oh, yeah. That would have been bad for me. I mean, I'm still just going to lose, but it would have been bad for me also. Basically, I need to draw a Greenshell like stat. If I draw a Greenshell, maybe I can generate enough value to win the game. If not, I don't really see how we're getting through here. Like, they get to put 2 to 4 +1/+1 counters a turn. I guess some come from the Heartfire Hero, and I'll get to kill that in due time here, probably this turn. Maybe. Though I kind of want to maybe wait on Consumed by Greed till I can get something back from the graveyard. That seems like a pretty reasonable plan. Oh, if I draw my Wolverine and kill the Innkeeper's Talent, I actually feel like I could win this. Life Creed Duo? Oh my god. I'm going to lose to the Splashed Life Creed Duo. Cool. I guess that's, yeah, a way to go about it. Well, I get to savor it. It's not so much that I'm going to lose to the duo. It's more such that they're just splashing either Whisker Scribe or Life Creed Duo. Neither speaks particularly well of it. So I'm hoping that I don't lose. Let's take my turn. Okay. Does that open up any doors? Because I could Consume by Greed and I could Polywallop. I have 6 mana. Yeah, I mean, I could do both. I then won't have Saver up. I could kill the Wolverine. So if I remove those two, what am I attacking with? I'm not really getting good value out of this, so I think I'll just pass the turn. They've got to level up Innkeeper's Talent this turn. It is crazy not to have to find a different thing to do than just get the free value is wild. Just because once you level this up and you're like getting 2 counters a turn, like imagine instead of playing these 2 things, last turn you just level it up, they'd have an additional counter. The next turn they'd play these and they'd be up multiple counters. I do have a bunch of removal. If they go too deep on the same creature, then maybe I can waste multiple turns of Innkeeper's Talent. Agate Assault just killing the treetop sentries? I see, because they're going to start trying to stack counters on their life greed duo. Gotcha. Okay, well, I'm going to savor that. Delicious, delicious duo. And end of turn. I think end of turn I will Consumed by Greed. Is that better than Polywalloping? They both cost about the same amount of mana. You know what? I'm just going to Consume by Greed. I don't think I have the... I'll take 7 here. I really needed that to be a spell. All right, well, I'm going to sack this food. Cultivator of 5/6. I think I just attack with this. And maybe try to break up a double block with a Polywallop here. And then I do have Bonebind Order, so maybe I can like chump or like set up a double block where my Bonebind Order dies the same turn as something good and I get it back. Like maybe this Tree Guard duo or something. I don't know. I mean, at some point they might have to give up a little bit of material here. Okay, they're blocking with the Wolverine, which is kind of what I was hoping would be the case. Just block with those two. You don't need to block anything else. Just block with your 2 best creatures. No. No, don't put one more on. Okay. Now, I don't think this is going to work out great. So now I can only kill one thing. I think I kill... Oh, I didn't actually order that correctly. I meant to kill the Wolverine first. Well, that's fine. I'll kill the Whisker Quill Scribe. I don't think it's that different because I'm going to end up Polywalloping the Wolverine most likely anyway. But basically I was hoping that I could bait them into a bad block there, though they blocked in such a way that I didn't get to trade off for too much. Who are they sacking? Heaped Harvest? All right, that's a good-ish sign because it means I guess they have nothing better to do. I need this Greenshell or my Moose or my Wolverine is really what I need. Oh, I see. They're sacking it now and then playing their Grotto to... 3 Grottos is a lot of Grottos to play. Let's see. Sure. I mean, they're just waiting because I'm just not getting anywhere is the problem. I just have to sit there and watch them get 2+1/+1 counters a turn until I perish. Here's where a Stargaze or whatever, the black X spell, that would be good here. Seedglaive Mentor. Okay. That's fine. I mean, I can just Polywallop it regardless here. I kind of want to now because I want to spend my mana well. Okay. I'm not going to sack my food though. All right, pass the turn. I don't think there's too many more turns of this before I can't win. Like, it's getting to the point where even if I drew a Wolverine this turn and then killed their Innkeeper's Talent, that'd be one thing. But the way things are currently going, I guess if they attack and I block with 2 Vine Reap Mentors or something, we're starting to get out of it. I don't know. Yeah. The 3 land in a row when you're facing down the Innkeeper's Talent is really not what you want. And they have a trick or a fight spell or just a removal spell rather, sure. Next turn. Just playing worse and worse cards. You know, this card is really, really not good. And it also looks really bad in their deck. They don't have very many cards that trigger it, but it's okay. Innkeeper's Talent. Innkeeper's Talent does the thing. Yeah, it's at level 3. Now their non-creature damage goes up by 2. Their non-creature spells are cheaper, and they get to rummage when they cast a non-creature spell. Those are all facts. All right. There we go. There's the Wolverine. Okay. Now we're talking. All right. Destroy target artifact or enchantment. Innkeeper's talent is out of here. Well, I still can't attack, but now I actually kind of wanted to play that land in case to use Bonebind Order, but we'll see what happens. Now we're in the Fecund Greenshell waiting room, because if I play that, I mean, I have 3, 6, 8, 9. If I play the Greenshell and hit a land off it, oof. I'm actually happy not trading because I know that that's a thing that I can draw. Speaking of things you can draw, there we go. Let's go. Let's flip a land. Oh, that's not a land, but it's going to get me another look at a land. That's for sure. Oh, land. And then here I'll exile my 3 spells to draw another card. Yeah. And a Mistbreath Elder? All right, well, I guess I'll send with the Wolverine for now, because their Hivespine Wolverine can block my Vine Reap Mentors. I'm happy to start getting stuff off the board here. Basically, the more I can get off the board, like trading off is great, because then I can just start attacking with everything. And trading off while the Greenshell is still around is a pretty good deal. Not that I think necessarily it's going to die, but it could at some point. All right, now let's see. What happens if I attack with everything? They have 4 blockers. They block 4 things, and they take 11. The Wolverine blocks that. Oh, but they can't double block the Greenshell if that's the case. So they go chomp. I'm at 13. They're at 17. So what's the most damage they can take? They can assume they double block Greenshell with like those 2. And then they can block, and then they take 15 down to 2. I'm going to let my opponent make some decisions here. I kind of feel like this can't work out that badly for me. I'm assuming they don't have anything in hand, but if they have a blank in hand, and then because of their artist talent, they draw a non-creature spell, maybe they could end up doing multiple things in the same turn. I have a food and a blocker, and they're going to lose at least some creatures here. They can't lose no creatures. Okay. They're double blocking Vine Reap Mentor. Well, I'm happy with how that's going. Then they block the Treetop Sentries, and they take 9, 13, 19. Well, can't do that. Obviously, if they have a way to kill the Greenshell mid-combat, then I'll lose, but that's not that likely to happen here. So, well, I don't even know that I would lose. It would be bad for me. I would probably lose. I just don't think it's that likely they have a way to kill it, and I don't really want to give them infinite time. It is hard to overstate how much I should have just lost to this Innkeeper's talent. I will say that. Yeah. I guess if they weren't blocking the Greenshell and then they had like another Repel Calamity that they fired off on my 2/4 that was minding its own business, that'd be a different thing. But all right, yeah. All right, they go to 1, and they kept those 2, and then I play Mistbreath Elder. Pass the turn. I mean, I guess if they played like a lizard and then the 4/2 that steals the Greenshell or something, that could get me. Parting Gust. Okay. Exile my only blocker, and they draw a card, and then they got to rummage 2, so they got to see 2 new cards. But I'm effectively at 19 here. That's a lot of hidden. Their grottos extremely well hidden. Let's just put it that way. Okay. Go to 16. Go to 19. Go to 10. Oh, I even had a paw patch formation to kill the Innkeeper's talent. Didn't need it. Ooh, 5 and 2 here. Keep being on the razor's edge of dying, but this has been a very fun draft to claw back into it. And yeah, let's keep battling here. 5 and 2, huh? All right. See if we can get those last 2. All right. Battling against Quintorius here. Let's see if we can drop our own elephant. Well, the green shell's a turtle, but you get the deal. Yeah, this hand's good. Turn 2, cycle this, get a food, draw a card. Turn 3, duo. Turn 4, sentries, and actually it could forage twice because I'll have milled 2 and have paw patch in the graveyard. So I don't mind that too much. Could use... I mean, this hand, I guess, isn't really missing anything. I guess I would rather draw like a Vine Reap Mentor or Baker's Bane Duo for my 2-drop, sure. But having a good 3 and a 4 into a fight spell is not a bad curve. I guess I just need, at some point, a way to try to win the game, but, you know, that'll come eventually. All right, land, pass the turn. I mean, maybe I could use this to kill, like, if they play a bat or something. That'd be one thing. Oh, they're a squirrel deck, and they're stuck on 2 lands, it seems like. All right, well, let's cast this, draw a card, make a food. Wolverine, okay. Let's play the Daggerfang Duo. Those would have been good draws. They drew their forest, so now they're probably going to go like Cash Grab or something. Oh, Darkstar Augur themselves. And that's a green shell? All right, well, I'm going to polywall up their Augur because they missed land drops. I don't want them drawing extra cards. And next turn I'll play green shell because that's a great card to play. I'm a little surprised. No, them not attacking made sense. They played an Augur and then they didn't want to get hit back for 3. They might want to attack here with the Bonebind order before playing anything else, but we'll see. Oh, Dire Sight. Again, probably not attacking then if they're in the... Oh, wow. They must have hit 2 lands because they kept 1 card. Oh, they have blue cards in their deck too. Sure. All right, well, let's... Actually, I'm not going to play the green shell first. I'm going to do this because I'm going to put a +1/+1 counter on Daggerfang. I'm going to put a bit of pressure into play. This makes the Daggerfang either trade for both their things or clock them for 4. And then next turn I have green shell, or sorry, the Hive Spine as well in play. I want them to use a removal spell before I play this green shell. It seems like that's a good way to go about winning this game, especially since if I play green shell and it survives and I cast Treetop Sentries, drawing another 2 cards, like at that point, the game seems pretty over. All right, they're going deep in the tank. Do I trade this Overseer or not? Nope, they just took it. I mean, they've got to have a good play here. They just spent the turn casting Dire Sight, so you got to follow, like when you cast a... that's an okay play. I guess it draws them 2 cards because they get to use the Overseer as well. Okay. Draw. Thornvault Forager, huh? All right. They have a real good double block here on my Wolverine, but, you know, I think I'm okay with that. Hitting them for 4 is not bad, and then I think I'll just play the green shell now. Hit a land. And now next turn, if they don't have removal, I'm feeling pretty good. Even if they do, the Daggerfang Duo still kind of trucking along there. And Thornvault Forager can also get Bonebind Order eventually, though I probably still get other stuff first. I could have played Treetop Sentry as Forager, but I just don't want to play Treetop Sentries before playing Green Shell. My version of playing around removal was playing this Wolverine first. If that didn't work, then it's fine. I'll just cast Green Shell. The other thing is, I could technically, if I hit another creature with higher toughness, go off with get to 10 lands next turn. Lily Splash Mentor. Okay. All right. Let's play this Treetop Sentries, huh? Tree Guard Duo. Sure, and let's exile Paw Patch, Polywop, and I think Darkstar I'm just not going to bring back at this point. I don't really see that happening. Vine Reap Mentor. Well, I'm going to play Tree Guard Duo because it's going to trigger the green shell. And it'll let my green shell attack too. got up to 9 lands. Daggerfang can get blocked by Lily Splash, and then or the other two. That thing's been it's been trucking along the whole time. And then the Greenshell demands either they go to 1 or they chump it, or they can chump Greenshell, take the Daggerfang duo, go to 5. Their cards don't really work that well together. I mean, there are some Squirrel cards that are very good to flicker with the Lily Splash, but it doesn't really combo with Bonebind Order or Bone Cache. Oh, they have Savor to make that into a 2/1 to trade. Sure. And then they chump. Okay. This I can handle. Because now I'm getting to the point where I've built up enough stuff that even if they then kill the Greenshell here, I might be able to get across the finish line, though. If they could have killed Greenshell last turn, they would have definitely done that over playing Lily Splash Mentor, which means the most likely outcome here is I just play land number 10 and they probably die. But we'll see. Depends if they tap out. Depends if 7 mana. Seems unlikely they'll get to use this thing. They can play... I guess they can play a 4-drop and still flicker it. So if they had more blue, they could play like a Dream Dew Entrancer and then do that. I don't think that's probably what's happening here, though. Maybe they have Polywallop. No, but they would have just... Oh, they couldn't have cast it last turn, sure. Camellia the Seed Miser. So she's a 3/3 menace. Your squirrels have menace. And when you sack food, you put a squirrel token. All right, well, let's play this, because if they had a way to kill Greenshell, they would have done it in response to the 3-tree Root Weaver, I would assume. That being said, I think I'm just going to attack with these two. Well, yeah, it's fine. I guess I'm a little worried about them having a combat trick and trying to beat it in combat, but I guess that... No, I don't know. I should have just attacked with everything. I also don't think it's going to be very easy for them to have a chance this game. All right. So they go make a squirrel. Yeah, I mean, like if I attacked with all 3, they could like chump the 5/6, block, savor that, and that would be, I think, a lot worse. All right. Do they have another savor? Oh, they do. Okay, well, I guess I am glad I didn't attack with it. They did kill the better one there. Okay, well, I mean, like I said, good luck here, because I just played 3 more creatures. And they're all pretty strong ones. It would have been nice to have the duo to bounce with Mistbreath Elder, but currently I can just pick up 3-tree Root Weaver, replay it, retrigger Greenshell. I mean, if they have a way to get rid of the Greenshell here, Sugarcoat or something, I don't know. Treetop Sentries, that is not going to do it. They're going to sack the food and put a squirrel token into play. Sure. I might just sack a food end of turn. I feel like that's probably fine here. What squirrels do I have to get? I have the Bonebind Order to go get. I have Treetop Sentries to go get. Oh no, I have a Treetop Sentries here. I think I have 2 though, or maybe I'm losing it. Or I just have like a Cultivator to go get. Cultivator actually sounds like the best because it'll trigger the Greenshell. So with the Sentries, but I don't think I have another one. I think I'm just making things up. I mean, if they have a Polywallop, they can still kill the Greenshell here. And then we're in a spot where I actually don't know that I'm winning the game. Camellia does a pretty good job of making a bunch of creatures. I mean, if you can kill the Greenshell, you got to kill the Greenshell. I guess I would get Bonebind Order and they still might be in a little bit of trouble, but like I couldn't even attack with everything here if they killed the Greenshell. Them killing the Tree Guard duo did actually a pretty good job of stopping that. Okay, they're burning down their whole clock into Curious Forager. Interesting. So they're going to get to not pump the squirrels this turn or make a squirrel, but they do get to get back, I guess, a Treetop Sentries. Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, now I know for sure the Greenshell's living. I think they just die here. I mean, I do have to return this. Draw. I think I will play this first. Draw. Oh, consumed. Oh. I don't have any tramplers though, right? Not yet, but they have 6 blockers and I have 5 attackers. So if they go to 5 blockers, they don't have to block everything, but I will gift them a card and I'll get back the Tree Guard duo. And then play the Tree Guard duo. Probably not the way to tap. And pump the Thorn Vault Forager to give it... Sure, it doesn't matter. And then now they have to block 1, 2, 3, 4 of those individually. So at best, and then they take this. So at best they get 1 double block, and that double block's not enough. Take out the Greenshell, and Greenshell does its thing. All right, 6 and 2. Oh man, are we back? Are we actually winning games? We'll find out. If we could win this last game, pick up a nice trophy, would not mind that. All right, you're going down, Jace. So this is the funny part where, do I play a turn 1 Mistbreath Elder? I don't think I do. Because if I play this on turn 1, turn 2 nothing returns and it stays a 3/3. And then, or stays a 2/2 rather, sorry, not 3/3. Then turn 2 I'd play Vine Reap. I kind of like it actually. I can just play Vine Reap, make a food, and then next turn just return Vine Reap, and then the Mistbreath Elder goes kind of hard. I don't know. Let's just do this because it's ends up attacking as a 3/3, and then next turn I just replay Vine Reap. And then turn 4 I can play 2 things, and the Mistbreath Elder. Oh, interesting. Well, I'm gonna wait on that because I don't really want to trade for a Nettle Guard. Would I trade Vine Reap Mentor for a Nettle Guard? Yeah, I think I would. It wouldn't bother me too much. All right, well, I think we're gonna do just fine here. They missed their 3rd land drop and played an enchantment that does nothing, and then I'm gonna play these 2, and then I'm gonna play Hivespine Wolverine, blow up the Lunar Convocation, and just kind of go from there. Maybe. I don't even know if I blow it up. Oh, do they have removal now? Is it on now? Daggerfang Duo. Oh, that's unfortunate. That does make... Maybe I will blow up their enchantment, as it turns out. I just keep returning the Vine Reap Mentor. Why not? Land. Let's go Wolverine. Destroy target artifact or enchantment. And then next turn I can just return to Wolverine. And their Daggerfang Duo is a little annoying. Oh, Wolverine. It's feeding time here. They're just feeding rabbits to my Wolverine. Wolverine. Fight target creature token. Play Vine Reap Mentor. I've got 4 food out of the same Mentor. And then this Mistbreath Elder is just such a problem for them. I can't consume by greed to kill the Daggerfang Duo, sadly, but let's go land. Wolverine. Fight target creature token. And I think I send with the Vine Reap Mentor because I want them to trade with the Nettle Guard. Yes, a good. And then pass the turn. I'm not going to give them a card with Consumed by Greed. I don't need the Mentor back that bad. And they've missed land drops. I'll let them hit me. It's fine. They did good. That was good. Good reach checking for secret reach there. They did a good job of that. Bonebind Orator, sure. Consumed by Greed. Okay. Their Death Toucher's gone. Root Weaver comes back. I guess I could have maybe sacked a food first. Oh, Cliptop. Look at that. Looks great too. Mistbreath Elder. What a house. It's going to kill the last token. It basically just ate all those tokens. And then now I get to go... I just get to play all my cards, I guess. Root Weaver. Order. All right. And then next turn I get to bounce the Clifftop Lookout. We get to do that whole song and dance again. They have to kill the Mistbreath Elder, or they just don't really have a chance here. And they have Hazel's Nocturne or something. Sure. I will find that acceptable. Okay. I don't mind. If they want to double block my 3-tree Root Weaver, they are more than welcome to do so. Trump the order or eat the order. Oh, they have no plays? All right, I kind of thought they'd have more. Play this. My top 3 cards are all land, actually, because I was able to put a land directly into play, draw a land, put a land directly into play. And then now they cast their Nocturne and go to 6. Yeah. And so if they draw a land here, which they have a decent chance to, they have been missing land drops. They could play Daggerfang Duo plus Nettleguard, but the Duo itself can block Mistbreath Elder now. So they can't really attack, and I have Bonebind Order. Here, I'm going to start sacking some of these food. I don't think I'm going to run out of food here. Bounce the Lookout. Draw Paw Patch Formation. Ooh, there we go. Destroy target creature with flying. They would have to have Crumb and get it in order to not die here. And now we get a trophy. Boom. There we go. Whew. All right. Finally, a little justice. That, or, you know, we had some really close games, ended up on the right side of them. I'll take that. And just about ranking up to Platinum 1 here. Okay. So 7-2, and this deck kind of, even before we played, I thought this deck was really good. I mean, have a Mega Bomb. Fecund Greenshell is just so great. Darkstar Augur was good, a little risky. I think about the right amount of removal. 3 pieces is really good in a deck that's like nice and proactive. 3.5 with the Wolverine kind of fighting. Oh, and Paw Patch, so kind of like 4 total. And then some good mana acceleration, double Vine Reap Mentor, Mistbreath. I mean, just a bunch of cards that work pretty well together. And oh, I did have 2 Treetop Sentries. I wasn't losing my mind, though I kind of was. In any case, that'll do it for today. Very happy to be on the winning track once again. And you know what? I'll be back tomorrow with another draft. Remember to keep an eye out this week. I'm playing in 2 of the 64-player drafts you had to win. You had to 4-0 a draft to qualify for them. I managed to pick up 2 entries over the weekend. So I'm going to be playing in those, recording them. We'll see how I do. I'll be back tomorrow with another draft, and I will see you then. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. It helps out the channel, and you won't miss a single draft.